Hello guys and welcome back to Field of Glory Empires. The world is very interesting. Oh wow, the Antigonids have been expanding up here, I think. They look bigger. Maria's had problems getting any bigger. They're definitely not going to hold up in the long run, especially if I decide to cannibalize them as allies one day. One day, not this day. This day we can't even get an alliance with them. Can't even get an alliance with them. They're at war with Saka and Elimace, and struggling with that, honestly. The Antigonids are surrounding Alexandria, where I think Egypt is spamming abilities to get more troops. So that's good for them, I guess. We are trying to beat up Egypt some more as well to try to maybe get some more stuff of value. I'd love to get all of Egyptus Superior to kind of connect going down here. So I can kind of control this whole zone, this whole naval zone right there. And the Sinai and the bit of Phoenicia we took. It would be nice if we could get all of those, so I'm trying to get them all. The Antigonids' involvement in this war is making it very interesting and weird to figure out what we could actually get from Egypt. Not that I even planned to get anything to begin with, because I've already done so much expansion. But they're doing a lot, and eventually Egypt's going to have to give them something. I don't know what they'll take. What would happen if Egypt was... I guess if Egypt was completely conquered, then everything that everybody occupied would just kind of be handed out as is, right? I think so. Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure. Well, regardless, let's go looking around. So, slave market, disassembled, ranch. Alright. I can already build another slave market. That's not necessary. A siege workshop. Those are cool, but also maybe not really needed. No, I don't think so. A gymnasium would be nice. There are 2 slots available here. There's the possibility for the pleasure house, not really needed. I like either food or health in this instance. Let's go with the gymnasium to increase the pop growth. That looks good to me. Nothing else really to the south happening. Nope. Across the water, we built a noble district. The capital got sanitation. Still 1 slot available. A Naumachia. What the fuck? Another possible entertainment. Gladiatorial games held on water. Oh, I have this somewhere else. A loyalty bonus of 40. Oh my good god. Well, we don't need that here anymore. We might if we start dumping a bunch of slaves on it. We might. In the long run? Oh yeah, we might. You know, that's actually a really good point. I could plan ahead for that by putting this here. Give some decadence. Oh well. If I plan ahead for that, then I could get a culture bonus here and 40 loyalty, which would prepare me for a bunch of slaves showing up, which I could then pace out by just leaving building slots open, which would then start transferring them to other locations. That is logical. Okay, then let's build that. Because, I mean, right now we're fine. We're fine. And that makes it even safer to dismantle this slave market if I want. Though, the thing is, there's so few citizens here or anything in general that I kind of, like, don't mind the slaves. Like, getting a couple more, maybe? I don't mind it as much. But planning ahead, that would be pretty useful. Though, realistically, again, I could just disassemble more slave markets and save more in decadence overall. And then 40 loyalty, what is it? That's like 5 slaves. It's like 5 minimum happiness. So max unrest slaves. That's pretty good. Well, in that case, let's disassemble this one. They're already at 3 slaves. And they're not even very upset. That's fine. I'm just finding excuses to get rid of slaves bit by bit. Once they get to 3, they have enough for an event. And so that's kind of like enough for me. So we got a new pop and a palisade. 4 slots available. I could get metal income. We are starting to burn through some metal income. Loyalty not as important here. This is in a region that I don't have all of, so I don't know if the metal here is the best. I haven't even recruited the heavy infantry yet, right? Right. And the metal would be nice. It also leads to money. And there's still many other slots here, so sure, why not? Shepherd House was built next to that. We got an extra pop down south. That looks Good to me. There's not even any slaves here at all. This is like some of the places slaves would move to if they did just overflow the capital, for example. Infrastructure was added here. Doesn't change much. Swamp draining was built. A pleasure house and a new pot. We have 4 building slots here. I could go for the harbor. We have hemp. That would give manpower. Siege resist, boarding costs. This could be upgraded further, potentially. I could build a clay pit to get stone. Or I could go for health, because we don't have a lot of health here, to boost growth. I could go for the fortune teller for money and loyalty, because all resource... There's a lot of... there's a lot of good bonuses. I don't really know which one to go for, to be honest. I don't know which one of these is better. I would kind of like all of them. I have a thing for building harbors on sea tiles, though. Let's build a harbor. That sounds good to me. Where else? We got a preserved fruit store built and an extra population has sprung up. I could get city walls. Doesn't matter a lot in the desert, but in the middle of the desert, I've certainly ignored it. Let's go ahead and get it anyway, huh? And all this stuff is building, and then I don't think there's anything else that's idling. No, so that was pretty quick as far as these things go. This Abyssinia army is still just slowly making its way into Egyptian lands. Not sure for what yet. And then otherwise, we have multiple attacks going on. So this should be a pretty exciting end turn. I can make the rest of the heavy infantry, and then I basically run out of manpower. But we also burn through some more metal. The money's still going to be good. Everything else would need some time to recover, but that would finish up that stack. So I'll get that building. And then we'll go ahead and hit end turn. Move it over into the next turn. See what more war score we can get on Egypt. It would be funny if we had a full conquer happen. That's really up to the Antigonids. Now that Egypt's thrown like their entire military against me and I've beaten them. Yeah. A lot of their emergency military over here mostly has to deal with the Antigonids, not me. Unless they do find a way to get to me, but... First battle is right here. Blemmies came to assist me, it seems. It's all going to be me, though. Yeah, it's just all going to be me. Yeah, that's okay. Our heavy infantry will slaughter. This is just... Oh, no, it's not entirely defensive force. They have Nubian archers. Nubian archers. That is not a special unit, is it? That's not a provincial unit. I don't think it is. Maybe it is. No, it's not. Okay, yeah, so I think it's because of their culture. They could just build archers whenever they want. That's hot. That's why I can't build them. Because I'm Sabaese? Yemenis in the past? But that explains quite a bit. Damn. I wish I could build archers. I would build them like crazy. Egyptian army... Maybe that's part of the bonus of provincial units, is just being able to make them at all, because they don't seem better. I can't find anything saying how they're better, so I might have wasted money on the camels, but don't worry about it. It's okay. I'm moving on to other units anyway. Regardless, this fight should be pretty simple. Small defensive force, barely anything here. Oh wow. Region, high terrain, desert. You could have so much cavalry on the sides here. 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side. So 8 total. God damn. 9, 10. Yeah, that's what the extras are for. Specifically for these, I think. They're all dead. So we've occupied that rather quickly. We have a siege going. We've occupied Coptos rather quickly. So that definitely will assist our war score. Oh, I didn't know this. The state that's first in legacy, more chance to gain a progress token, and all in the top 10% have less chance to gain a negative token. So that's cool. So by being in the top 10%, if there's 64, that means basically the top 6 right now, or maybe 7, probably 6. All less chance to become decadent, but the Antigonids have the most chance to become glorious, in a golden age. How did they do this? Progress through objectives, I assume? Because they're not in the green, but they went golden age again. Interesting. I got peace with Nubia. That's nice. I got the event to improve heavy cavalry, but I don't have the buildings or availability. We need their cities and fortresses for when we all face a greater foe, Antagonids, so they're not happy that I didn't take stuff from Nubia, I guess. Maria conquered the seat of power of Elimace. I'm glad to hear they're making progress. I think they're losing against Saka now, though. You know, I left Elimace alone because I assumed the Marians would just slaughter them. What the hell is this? War chariots? Jesus Christ. Yeah, every nation gets different core units. The provincial units just seem to be ways to get core units that are not yours. That's what it seems like. Interesting. Neat, I suppose. If I could upgrade my Cameliers, that would invalidate the need for light cavalry eventually. I guess we'd have to see about that. Yeah. But it also means other things won't really open up to me either, which is sad. I'd have to just buy them from other nations. So that's a super sad face. I can create the province of Egyptus Superior now. That's nice. So we took this over. No one's on money. Oh god, look at this. This can't work at all. This just can't function, even remotely. And it's not very happy either. I can't make it fully loyal or anything. Let me see if we could do a peace. Okay, so I have 100% chance to get everything that I've taken from them. That's hot. What about anything else? Do they have anything else? Alabastry? It's an 85% chance to also ask for Alabastry. I don't need Alabastry. I would like it. So I'll ask for that. 85% chance? Sure. That sounds fine. That sounds functional. Alright. And then this army can go take this from the independents, I suppose. Because then I could get all of these two things, I suppose. And then more of Egyptus Superior, especially now that I'm making stuff in it, I suppose. I don't know how much we'll need where, but I'm not going to worry myself with certain things for now. I can't change anything that's being built for some reason that feels like a bug of settled oasis. Because they're a tribe. Conquered that. Yeah, already looked at that. New objective. Of course it is. Progress token. This lowered age has been good for our decadence, but it's already on the rise again. Naturally, right? If I give the Antigonids another 3.4k, then they'll give me everything they own in the Sinai, which would be amazing. And because I'm just trying to carve my own path into Africa, so I have room to expand away from them. I guess eventually reaching Rome myself, huh? And also getting power out of the hand of the Antagonids in general. If they expand into Europe, I don't mind. If they get into conflict with Rome, I don't mind. They could fight. The further away I am from Rome, it just doesn't really matter. This is just a good way to expand like so. Could I get anything else? Maybe a small amount of metal or manpower? I could get a small amount of, yeah, something. I wonder if I could squeeze another region into here then. What about Corsote? Corsote? Yeah, I could really like that from you. Where is it? Does it cost a lot? I think it costs a lot. There should be a search function. That would be great. Yeah, Corsote brings that shit down to like 73, so that's not really gonna cut it. No, sir. And I don't think there's anything else that's quite super convenient. Apamine, maybe? Apamine, but I don't know if that's gonna be cheap. They highly value a lot of the things that I want. It might have to result in more money or something. Okay, I min-maxed the amount. I also threw in Corsote, Apamine, and Meriviana because all of those things will complete a province that I own. They have more stuff too, like more Mesopotamia Superior that I'd love to turn into a province or something, but this is min-max. I also got some manpower metal out of it. 6.8k, that's most of my money. So I'll offer them that for a 100% chance. That is a lot of stuff too. I'm just trying to I'm not trying to expand into their territory. I'm just trying to get complete provinces pressed up against them. So Mesopotamia Superior would be on the list at some point as well to buy from them. It would also potentially open me up to going this way a little bit. I don't know. But completing my provinces and then going westwards. Really, I'm just going for whatever they'll give me. If I weaken them, then that's even better. If they somehow get strengthened by this, then I don't know. But I want to definitely take advantage of this. I don't need them to be a strong ally. And if Rome does start eating them alive, that might be a good thing at this point, due to the way that they're gaining legacy and the just huge legacy disparity. Maybe that's a good thing eventually. If I want to win with a 3-to-1 ratio, I have to, you know, somehow unseat this guy. But once these provinces are complete and I can look westwards fully, you know, we're going to look at maybe cannibalizing Ethiopia and Blemies while at peace. Specifically, while at peace, by the way. A gymnasium has been finished over here. There is one available building slot. Regional roads doesn't take a slot. That sounds good to me. A slave was received down south here. We could use more slaves over here. We only have the 2. That's another building slot as well. A preserved food store sounds good to me. I'm going to get a preserved food store, motherfucker. Nice. To the east of that, a monument was built. And there are 2 slots to build. This is a provincial capital. I could put a training ground there, yeah. For heavier units, there's a new population. That doesn't change anything for me. Capitals building, preserved food store was built just next to it. And then to the northwest, we built a preceptor house. Yeah, that place could use it, I suppose. I could, let's see, there's only 1 slot available, actually. So, what do we really want? I would love some health. Health helps growth. Also, shepherd house for food wouldn't be terrible either. The herbalist can be upgraded to the master herbalist. That's a tough one. I think I'll take the herbalist though. Right there, looking northwest, we got a new population. That's nice. Is this the place where I got rid of the slave market? No, it's right next to that. Everyone's just so happy here. Everyone's so content. Well, that's good for them, I suppose. The anchorage was finished in the Sinai. I don't know what the capital of this place is going to end up being, so I'm going to forego that training ground. What do we want then? A ranch wouldn't be terrible. A coastal market. Missing bonus from fish. Ah, yeah, we don't have a fishery. Well, then a ranch wouldn't be terrible for some food. Yeah, or a cult site for conversion. Everyone here is desertic already. Who are you guys? Desertic, Egyptian, Hellenic? What is your nationality? I don't know. There's a lot of my culture already here. To the east, we finished a sacred estate. Ooh, that's a good one. A usurer. I don't like usurers, so I don't make them. You go for the herbalist here for a health bonus or a hemp field. I don't mind the herbalist. That sounds nice. Let's get an herbalist. Northwest, we built a smokehouse. There are 2 slots available. I could go for infrastructure to free up other pops for other things. I could also go for the potter's workshop to make other nearby structures more efficient. 2 structures. That seems nice. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And that sounds good. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. To the east of that, we built a school. There are 2 slots available. I could make a scriptorum for extra culture, some culture bonuses. That helps against decadence anyway. Loyalty is not really needed. Even culture here, honestly, is not really needed. We need other things. A bank is good for money. We do have nearby gold. But I don't need money. I make enough money. I would rather have, like, the hemp field or the salt house. We don't have any salt here, nor can we build any salt here, it would seem. But health and etc., food, that would be pretty nice, yeah. I'll take that, sure. I could use infrastructure there as well, to be honest. But this will work. This will function. Next to that, we have a new population that opens up a building slot. I could have a slave market here. just for a little bit to try to attract a slave. It would literally just be one slave, and we have a lot of pops here already. I kind of don't mind this idea of just dumping them all in the capital and then letting them move naturally. If we are fighting many, many, many battles, then maybe that's not the greatest. But otherwise, this is also just so far from the front anyway, that probably just wouldn't be very efficient. This farm sounds potentially useful. So does the sanitation, which could be upgraded to sewers later. Loyalty here is fine. Food, everything is generally fine. Let's get sanitation. Next to that, we built a noble district. We have one building slot available. We could use some loyalty. City walls on the border. Yes, doesn't take a slot. Sounds like a win-win-win to me. Nothing else is open. And so with all of our military moves in, I think you're just going to stay there? No. Why are you the one moving? That was a mistake. Oh, because there's enemies on the other side. That's why I did it like this. Okay. Yeah, that works. You can just head down here, I guess. I don't know. Because I don't really know what to do with you. I don't want to take any more of my objectives through combat. Because if I lose them by not claiming them, I get a debuff. So this should work out just fine. We should be able to end our turn, right? Oh, actually, wait. This army is completely done. I need to get it sent over to, I guess, another location, another group. Uses 28 food. So the Eritrean army, I could leave that, you know, somewhere in Eritrea in general. Somewhere where we have a preserved food store. Well, I don't know where we have one, though. Well, we're building one over here in Eritrea proper, which, funny enough, is not the capital of Eritrea. Amphilia is. Amphilia also has a preserved food store. It takes only one turn to get over there. Wow. Alright. Well, let's head down there. And then at some point when the fighting is done, I'll swap out half of these skirmishers for some archers from another stack. Because I think that would be good. Alright, so we're attacking the independents. I did hit end turn. This looks very easy. Egyptian archers. Provincial units. That's interesting. We might get a new source of archers. Provincial archers, anyway. If we do take these Egyptian provinces and the Nubian ones. That would be nice, because, you know, again, I can't make my own archers. And they still have a purpose. Only if I expand my military so far as to need it. They'd still have a purpose. But for now, we'll just slaughter everybody on the front. Slaughter everybody in the rear. And there you go. They're all dead. We've taken this over. This is mine now. Hopefully nothing rebels or does anything crazy. Wonder how that siege is going. Doesn't technically matter because I think they'll accept my offer no matter what. Yeah, so I wonder if getting 3 times ahead of number 2 applies to an AI in number 1 as well. I feel like it does. Also, I think, from what I know, the AI targets you more if you're in the top legacy points. Fun fact. Oh, Maria became my ally. Dude, I've been trying to get this forever. That's hot. That's so hot, dude. I could buy stuff from them now. Alliance with Maria brings prosperity. Hell yeah, dude. All I'd really want from them is their parts of Ellie Mace. But we're about to spend a lot of money. You know, just provincial completion, really. Maybe eventually, I wouldn't mind getting their entire coastline if they'd give it to me, but I doubt they would. Because I feel like their capital might fall here. Yeah, their capital falls here. So they wouldn't do that. It would just be nice because then I wouldn't have to worry about their navy. But right now, every navy that could be here except Egypt is allied to me. So now I just don't need a navy here at all. An ally all around here keeps me safe and it lets me buy my way to victory. It's a very interesting strategy, but you could do this in Total War as well. Slightly differently, but still. You could do this in Total War as well. My decadence is skyrocketing already again. Once my nation size gets really filled in here, it's going to get probably even worse. Oh, this is a siege. We don't actually own this. Huh. Interesting. Well, how goes this siege? There's an unbreached wall. Okay, everything is breached. Maybe it was done last turn. Let's go ahead and do the assault. Just finish that off. I don't really need to, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. We got a third slave down south. What's this? Infrastructure added. Oh, nice. A third slave was added down here, so I'm gonna disassemble this slave market. That seems nice. I'm kind of preparing just my capital to be a redistribution center of slaves. It's more efficient, I think. We'll see. Pop was acquired next to that. Nothing to do there. Pop to the south of that in Ankober. Okay. This place could use slaves. Is it worth building, though? I don't think so. I could get a monument here, which could potentially increase loyalty. It would also affect decadence. Let me move you onto infrastructure. I could really use infrastructure, honestly. But we'll take the monument for now. Training ground to the east of that was built. I could get a crafter district or go for loyalty via the noble district. It's going to take a while, but I want the loyalty. I'll move the other citizen to infrastructure. Harbor was completed to the east of that on this island. I could get the garum shop. We don't have fish, really? On this island, we don't have fish? Huh. Well, what else can I get? A physician's house for health or a theater for culture. Culture could help loyalty. There are 2 slots available. Health definitely could be increased, but it is decently high already anyway. There are no other real agricultural buildings that I could make that give food other than the granary. The physician's house could be upgraded to a hospital later. So that's the main thing for pop growth over here at this point. There's very few infrastructure buildings as well. We're at 94. That's kind of fine. Let's go ahead and get the physician's house. That sounds maybe better. And then move one guy over to infrastructure to deal with that. Also to help deal with these insane build queues that we have down here now. Yeah, the build queues are getting kind of crazy. Put you on infrastructure as well. Need maybe, just a couple more. Speed things up a little bit, just a little bit. To the north of that, we finished a great hospital. Oh, yes. The monument. And there's still a bunch of building slots. I could build a circus. Oh my gosh, that is so much loyalty. I don't think we need that much loyalty here. We already have a great amount of it. Instead, a medical school might be better. It increases legacy as well. Import drugs and herbs from Himjar? That sounds nice to me. Food itself is doing okay. Infrastructure could use a bonus. The Builder's Hall would be great for that. Damn, I'm not sure which one to go. Well, this medical school doesn't even give health. Oh, no, it gives a faction-wide health bonus. Oh, it's another national wonder. Okay. Definitely build that then. We have the slots for it, sure. Let's give it a slot. To the northwest, we got an extra population thanks to our healthcare. That's nice. Opens another slot. Regional roads? Yes, please. An herbalist next to that. A preserved food store finished next to that. Next to that, we got that training ground. Several different buildable things here. A salt house seems smart. Yeah, I'm going to build a salt house. Next to that, an herbalist. South of that, city walls and a new pop. That's nice. What could we build here? A bunch of interesting options. I'm not sure which one of these I want more. Leather from a tannery sounds nice. I don't think we have a lot of these. So I'll build that. We have plenty of slots again, so. I'll move one guy to infrastructure because we're going to be taking up more of it. New pop was born to the southeast of there. We do need metal. This is a good spot for furnace, I think. I'll build that. And we have a nice full episode. So actually, I'll call this one right there. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.